Okay. Right, Mr. Wainwright, seeing as you are head of the business department, can you tell us about the double business course?
In the first year we have 6 different units. The first one is marketing, which involves doing a presentation on a marketing idea. And the second one is recruitment and selection, where you work in a small group, you create recruitment documents, you go through recruitment to interview procedures. The third one is an exam-based unit, common business environment, basic business style questions. Fourth one is another exams, customer service, where you investigate customer service in the local environment. Fifth one is a teamwork or enterprise project, where the group go together, create a big amount of money for a local project. And the final one is financial strategies, where they're based on a case study and have to assess them.
Okay, Mr. Green, what do your students enjoy the most about the sixth form double business course?
The teachers, I think. Obviously, we're a talented bunch of teachers. Good looking, very knowledgeable, good sense of humour. Need to, exactly. Also, what the students enjoy the most about it is the variety of subjects and topics covered, I think. As Mr. Wainwright explained, the 6 units we do in the first year, there's a variety of different subjects and topics areas covered. Financial products and providers, human resources, and these are all areas you'll come into contact with when you actually go out into the big wide world of work and actually start earning some money. So it's very applicable and it's very real world.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. Wainwright, could you tell me about what do you think the hardest part of the double business course is?
The hardest part? Well, probably managing your workload. I think all of the units in themselves, because they're quite different, they're quite varied, and there are different elements and different tasks within them. But certainly, yeah, the workload, some students find that if they get behind early on, they have real trouble to catch up. So it's worth starting out at the beginning, planning your time, and using it as well as you possibly can.
What trips have you enjoyed the most during teaching business to the sixth form?
Well, it's funny you should ask about the visits. We went to Paris this year. That was a great visit. We went to the Paris conference. Students enjoyed that. We had some great people, including the person from Instant Smoothies there. We also had a little go around Euro Disney at the same time, which was good fun, and spent a bit of time getting a bit of culture on the Parisian streets. Next year, we're off to London. We're going to be going to London. We're going to the sporting venues, watching a show. We're going to Coca-Cola, maybe, depends on whether we can get set up. Bank of England, lots of exciting stuff together. Those visits are good, they're the residentials. And of course the shorter ones, whether it's just popping up to Torsider and having a look around there, doing a risk assessment, which usually finishes with a nice cream tea. They're also good ones as well.
Okay, thank you. What do you think the students will get out of doing the double business course at sixth form? Any, Mr. Green, Mr. Wainwright?
What will the students get out of it? Hopefully an understanding of how business works in the real world. I think that's the sort of key issue behind the course is giving you, the students, an understanding of how human resources works. So that enables you, when you go out into the work environment, to realise what people are looking for in you when they interview you and give job descriptions for particular posts. All of the units are really preparing you and giving you an understanding of actually what's happening in the outside environment away from the school. You've spent all of your lives in the school environment, and then the next step is, some of you may go to college, some of you may go into the world of work. Hopefully this course will prepare you for any eventuality really. It'll give you an introduction into the different areas that you need to be aware of.
Yeah, I agree, the content's really useful, but I think also that the skills that you learn from the various different units are really important. So for example, in your marketing unit you're assessed on a presentation, so improving your presentation skills is incredibly important. The enterprise unit, you have to work as a team in order for it to be successful. So you know, there's a huge variety of different skills that are going to be useful whatever you decide to do in later life.
And also being in sixth form, and as Mrs. Wainwright has already alluded to previously, it's managing your workload, it's prioritising, it's self-motivation yourself. It's you learning, you understanding that, being able to complete your work on time to meet a deadline. You're going to have to do that whatever job you go into outside of school.
And apart from 2 very valid points there of the understanding of business and the skills, transferable skills, of course the other key part is we want students to achieve well. You know, we It is a course which is worth 2 A levels, so you want the students to perform as well as they can to be able to achieve.
Okay. Have you got any more comments about general taking business course or anything in general?
I encourage most of my students who in year 10 and 11 to consider doing business because it encompasses, business encompasses everything you do outside of school. When you get into life outside of school, you know, you're going to work for an organisation of sorts, be it a profit-making, non-profit-making organisation, but business is integral to what the world does. So, you know, it's important to understand that and learn more about it.
It's also a good course that some students will come after having done the applied or the GCSE. Others will come without having done GCSE business before and will still be able to succeed and get the top grades. You know, there's a lot more related to your own knowledge, your own effort, rather than prior learning, which is good. A lot of students have it sometimes their third and fourth, and others have it as their first choice. You know, there's a lot of combinations. It's not, you know, it's a very good subject people can pick up at.
Okay. Thank you very much for taking your time to answer our questions.
It's quite all right.
Thank you.